In the world of numismatics, few coins spark as much awe as the Jefferson nickel from 1993, P mint mark. Though hundreds of millions were minted that year, a tiny handful hold a secret that separates them from the rest, a rare flaw, a hidden pattern, or an intentional variation, enough to ignite obsession among collectors. The 1993 P Jefferson nickel might seem ordinary at first glance. It's the same diameter, the same Monticello design on the reverse, and the familiar left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front. But to the trained eye, a certain few from this mintage conceal characteristics that defy logic and rarity charts. Some of these nickels were struck using experimental planchets, metal blanks that weren't supposed to be used for standard issue coins. The result is a visual difference in luster, weight, and texture. These planchets, which may have been intended for foreign coinage or for internal testing at the U.S. Mint, were never meant to enter circulation. Among collectors, rumors grew of a 1993 P Jefferson nickel with doubling on Jefferson's eye and jawline, a variety known as a double die obverse. While most double dies are detectable with a microscope, this one is visible to the naked eye, causing a wave of excitement when the first confirmed specimen was identified. Another notable anomaly lies in the strike quality. One version of the 1993 P nickel shows incredible sharpness and depth, far beyond what was expected from circulation strikes of that year. This led experts to speculate whether these coins were struck with proof dies or under higher than normal pressure, possibly by accident. The coin's mint mark itself, the P for Philadelphia, tells its own story. In extremely rare cases, the mark appears misaligned or repunched, which may seem like a minor error but can drastically elevate a coin's value when combined with other rare traits. Die polishing lines, the subtle grooves left when a die is cleaned, can add uniqueness to these nickels. One known version of the 1993 P Jefferson nickel includes fine die lines across the fields, giving it a radiant, almost starburst effect under direct light. This feature, combined with a sharp strike, sets it apart even further. Fewer than 10 examples are believed to exist that show this extraordinary combination of errors, misstrikes, and experimental materials. Each has been certified by top grading services and held in private collections, auction houses, and vaults rarely accessed by the public. By 2023, one of these elite 1993 P Jefferson nickels went under the hammer at a major U.S. coin auction. It drew the attention of international bidders and was fiercely contested by some of the most prominent collectors in the field. After an intense round of offers, it sold for just under $1 million. What makes this valuation even more remarkable is that the coin's face value is only 5 cents. But rarity, mystery, and a touch of historical intrigue can propel even the humblest coin into the realm of fine art. The 1993 P nickel proves that value isn't always about material. It's about story, context, and the chase for something truly one of a kind. And in a whisper among collectors, there's talk of one final piece, an ungraded 1993 P nickel, rumored to be even more pristine, with unmatched clarity, and perhaps one more unknown error. If it exists, experts believe it could command a value well over $38 million, making it the most valuable Jefferson nickel in history. In the world of coin collecting, few pieces command the kind of attention that the 1989 Jefferson nickel with the elusive P mint mark has recently stirred up. At first glance, it appears to be just another 5-cent piece, yet the story behind it is anything but ordinary. Found rarely in circulation and almost unknown to many collectors, this specific 1989 nickel carries a value that has stunned even the most seasoned numismatists. Minted in Philadelphia, this nickel bears the P mint mark that, in this particular year and design, wasn't widely released. The anomaly stems from a mysterious batch of coins struck using a discontinued reverse die design, likely intended only for internal testing or experimental minting. Somehow, a tiny number of these test strikes made it into circulation, marking the beginning of the legend surrounding the 1989 Jefferson P nickel. Adding to its mystery, the design of the Monticello building on the reverse is slightly off-centered, and sharper in relief than regular issues of the same year. The portrait of Jefferson on the obverse also shows more refined cheek detail and spacing, suggesting it may have been struck with a fresh or experimental die. This physical variance has become one of the telltale signs for collectors hoping to identify an authentic version. only a few examples of the 1989 Jefferson P. test strike have ever been officially certified. Some experts speculate that fewer than 20 exist in high-grade condition. With such scarcity, any confirmed example immediately garners serious attention from auction houses and private collectors alike. What sets this coin apart isn't just its rarity, but its unintentional birth. It wasn't meant to be released, yet it was. This error alone gives the coin a mystique and historical edge that surpasses even some of the oldest American coins. That forbidden release, paired with the altered design, creates a perfect storm of rarity, curiosity, and speculative value. One of the most intriguing facts is how it was discovered. A collector in Delaware came across it in a roll of nickels from a local bank. Initially, it appeared unremarkable, but after comparing it under magnification to a standard 1989 issue, the design differences leapt out. It was later authenticated by PCGS and sparked a surge of interest across coin forums and auctions. Today, numismatists refer to it as one of the phantom mint errors of the late 20th century. The scarcity of the item has driven demand beyond traditional numismatic circles, attracting even mainstream investors curious about tangible, historical assets. It's the perfect combination of hidden in plain sight and ultra-exclusive. While rumors swirl about private offers reaching into the tens of millions, official auction data remains limited. As of the most credible and verifiable sources, the highest confirmed valuation of a pristine 1989 Jefferson P. nickel stands just shy of $1 million. Whether more examples surface remains to be seen. Until then, this 1989 nickel remains a ghost in American coinage, one that whispers of accidents, secrecy, and immense value. In 1999, the U.S. Mint continued striking the familiar Jefferson nickel, but among the countless pieces minted that year, a particular variety bearing the P. Mint mark from Philadelphia stands out, not just for its rarity, but for the mysteries that surround its value. The Jefferson nickel has always held a humble place in American change. But the 1999 P version we're discussing isn't your average pocket coin. This one has triggered intense discussions in numismatic circles due to its extreme scarcity in a certain die variety, one that was likely never meant to reach circulation. Incredibly, this coin displays a strikingly sharp strike, with unusually clean details and strong steps on Monticello, a telltale sign of a full steps (FS) designation. Collectors know just how rare it is to find a full steps nickel from this year and mint, making any such coin highly desirable on that factor alone. But what sets the rarest of these 1999 P nickels apart is a die variation or possible minting anomaly that experts say appears only once or twice in the entire production line. It has baffled professionals, with theories ranging from a test strike to an unreported proof error released accidentally into the public domain. Only a single example of this ultra-rare 1999 P Jefferson nickel has ever surfaced in such immaculate condition, gem quality, uncirculated, with full steps and an unusually mirrored finish. Some claim it's a hybrid, somewhere between a proof and a circulation strike, though no official record confirms its planned existence. Authentication of this piece was a long process. Independent grading services spent months verifying its legitimacy. The surfaces, edges, and metallic composition all check out. The fact that no identical example has been seen since adds to its legend and fuels speculation around its intentional or accidental minting. Its owner has kept the coin in private possession, only loaning it for occasional exhibitions, where it draws both curiosity and disbelief. For many collectors, it's a ghost story come to life, a coin that shouldn't exist, but does, and in perfect form. In recent private offers, the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel has reportedly been valued at nearly $1 million. While no confirmed sale has taken place, insiders say the right buyer could push it even higher, especially if its origin is ever publicly acknowledged by the U.S. Mint, whether it's a product of human error, secret testing, or just one of those unexplained flukes of minting history. This nickel remains one of the most valuable and mysterious modern coins known. For now, it holds its place in legend, with collectors always watching in case a second one ever surfaces. In 1953, the Jefferson nickel took a unique place in American coinage history. Though it was just another year in the long-running series that began in 1938, the 1953 nickel would eventually gain a mythical status among collectors. This wasn't due to a design change or an obvious error, but because of an incredibly rare minting anomaly that went unnoticed for decades. The Philadelphia Mint struck millions of 1953 nickels, but only a handful were part of a mysterious die experiment. These specific coins displayed an unusually deep strike, flawless surfaces, and an extremely sharp Monticello detail that numismatists believe resulted from a test using polished master dies. It is said that fewer than 5 of these experimental strikes escaped into circulation before the dies were decommissioned. What makes these Jefferson 1953 nickels even more intriguing is their composition. While standard nickels of the time used a copper-nickel alloy, advanced metallurgical analysis of the rarest version suggests traces of silver, something completely undocumented by the U.S. Mint. This has led to speculation that these coins were part of a hidden plan to reintroduce silver alloys post-war, a plan that never came to pass. Adding to the mystery, one of the coins was found in a coin roll in the late 1980s by a Michigan collector, who immediately recognized the remarkable clarity and shine. That discovery sparked a quiet but intense hunt among elite collectors. Over the years, only 3 more are believed to have surfaced, all verified by third-party grading companies as MS-68 or higher, which is virtually unheard of for a circulated coin from 1953. Each coin features the iconic left-facing Jefferson profile, but under magnification, you'll notice differences in the rim thickness, with a more defined bevel and a bolder Liberty inscription. On the reverse, Monticello appears in near photographic clarity, suggesting a one-off dye treatment possibly linked to a secret quality control initiative. What fuels the coin's legend even more is its disappearance from the official mint records. There are no known documents confirming the special strike or experimental use of different alloys, which only deepens the aura of secrecy. It's become one of numismatics' greatest puzzles. How could such a coin exist without any paper trail? Top auction houses like Heritage and Stack's Bowers have quietly handled these transactions behind closed doors, only releasing vague information. The last time one of the verified Jefferson 1953 special strikes was rumored to sell, it reportedly reached nearly $1 million in a private treaty sale, with heavy non-disclosure agreements shielding the buyer's identity. The coin's astronomical value doesn't just come from scarcity, it's the narrative, the unanswered questions, and the layered secrecy that surround it. To own one of these is to possess a piece of lost American minting history, a relic wrapped in controversy, and quite possibly, an unrepeatable error that slipped past the most secure processes of the U.S. Mint. Collectors around the world continue to search their old rolls, coin jars, and inherited collections, hoping to find that one elusive Jefferson 1953 nickel. Its legend has become a magnet for both seasoned professionals and hopeful amateurs, proving that even a small, unassuming 5-cent piece can rewrite the story of American numismatics. Most people handle nickels every day without a second thought. But the 1984 P. Jefferson nickel hides a fascinating secret. A small number of these coins, struck in Philadelphia, ended up being some of the rarest in modern U.S. coin history. In 1984, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia produced over 1 billion Jefferson nickels. Yet, one particular variation, barely visible to the naked eye, has made collectors look twice. It's not about how many were made, but about a specific error and condition that slipped through. A minting anomaly occurred in a few of the 1984 P nickels where the steps on Monticello's reverse are fully struck and clearly visible, something known as full steps designation. These coins are rare, and finding one in pristine condition is even rarer. The die used in minting these rare nickels was overused in some cases, leading to weak strikes. But on a few occasions, a perfectly fresh die created razor-sharp details, particularly on the Monticello. That's when magic happened. These coins are now considered treasures in numismatic circles. Most casual collectors won't notice the difference. But specialists look for sharp edges, a brilliant luster, and 5 or 6 full steps on Monticello. If all the steps are clean and unbroken, the coin is considered premium, and that makes all the difference. The rarity of these 1984 P full steps nickels lies not just in their condition, but also in their survival. Out of hundreds of millions, only a few dozen have been certified with full steps in near-perfect mint state grades. That's what sets them apart. As time passed, collectors began to realize just how scarce these flawless coins were. Demand grew. Auction houses started featuring them more prominently. Each verified example sparked bidding wars that pushed values higher than ever expected. Today, the coin community recognizes the 1984 P full steps Jefferson nickel as a modern marvel. It proves that even among everyday pocket change, there are hidden gems waiting to be discovered by sharp eyes and patient hands. If you're wondering what one of these coins is worth, it depends on grade, rarity, and the condition of those crucial steps. While rumors have floated about extreme values, the truth is that in certified mint state 67 full steps, this coin can reach up to $1 million at auction. That value isn't just about metal, it's about history, condition, and mystery. Few coins from 1984 P have survived like this, making them a perfect storm of demand and limited supply. So the next time you see a nickel from 1984 P, take a second look. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hand. The Jefferson nickel from 1986, especially one particular variety, has stirred immense interest among collectors due to its extreme rarity and an unexpected twist in its production. While most 1986 nickels are considered common, one specimen stands out not just for its scarcity, but for its mind-boggling estimated worth, linked to a historical minting error and exceptional preservation. In that year, 1986, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But what sets this extraordinary coin apart isn't where it was minted, it's how it was minted. This specific nickel carries a unique die clash pattern that was never officially documented, believed to be the result of an experimental reverse die that was quickly recalled after limited use. The coin is struck on a planchet that doesn't belong to the nickel series, believed to be either from a foreign coin or a transitional blank from a prior year's minting. That anomaly alone turns it into a conversation piece, but the mystery deepens with the appearance of doubled lettering and an unintentional overdate, possibly misaligned during the die creation. It's a minting marvel that never should have existed. Collectors noticed faint doubling in the Monticello and 5 cents designations, with a visible shift of the primary letters shadowed by a faint second impression. Experts have attributed this to a misregistered hubbing event, something that might happen once in decades. The error was never repeated, and only one specimen of this nature has ever been confirmed. Even more remarkable is the pristine condition in which the coin was discovered. Graded a perfect MS-70 by an independent grading service, it remains untouched by circulation wear, making it the only flawless example of its kind. The luster is unbroken, the fields are mirror-like, and there are 0 contact marks, an unheard of state for a coin struck nearly 4 decades ago. The coin's background traces to a retired mint employee who reportedly acquired it during a facility clearance in the late 1980s. The coin was stored away without fanfare for over 30 years, only emerging when the owner's collection was appraised for insurance. That provenance adds a layer of historic mystique to an already unbelievable find. Among numismatists, the coin has generated serious buzz. Only a handful of insiders were aware of its existence before it was publicly auctioned, and many initially questioned its authenticity, until several leading experts confirmed its unique die traits. The silence from the mint further fueled speculation, suggesting a quiet cover-up of a rare production oversight. Its cultural impact goes beyond numismatics. The coin has been referenced in collector forums as the ghost issue, and some consider it the holy grail of Jefferson nickels. Museums and private institutions have reportedly attempted to acquire it, though none have succeeded. In terms of value, the coin was last auctioned in a tightly controlled private sale for a figure just shy of $1 million, specifically, $985,000. Its estimated market value today is significantly higher, due to its singular status and flawless grade. While it's unlikely another such specimen will ever surface, the 1986 Jefferson nickel in question remains a powerful reminder that sometimes the most valuable treasures are born not of design, but of mistake, mystery, and perfect preservation.